Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Rooster's Nest yet again. My name is the Rooster, as you know, and I'm here queer and getting into gear. I've been talking with some, good friend. Been talking with some new Bigo people. Yesterday I had people that I knew quite well in my life, and today I have new people. It's nice. Someone named Freeman has been chatting with me. Last night, check it out. I got my plants all on a Freeman. I told you. I've got my plants on this rod here. It looks great. I repotted my palm and my willy nilly and and I got a new lavender and I potted some wandering dudes. So we got to work yesterday. Freeman says, I told you, I'm a free man. Yeah, you are. I know. I can tell. I love it. He says he has no relation to this crazy world. And I'm like, are you from somewhere else? And he says he's from Mars. So good on you. I'm glad you're here to help us all have a bit of perspective. Here we are. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So guess what day it is? Guess what's happening today after work? We are going back to comedy night, whether they hate me or not. And I'm going back as Cass. I'm not going as the Rooster tonight. I'm going to show up as Cass and I'm going to try to just be funny. And I'm not going to try to be funny. I'm going to try and tell some stories. I'm going to show up as Cass and be myself. I'm not going to drink, which is going to change everything. And I'm not going to have any cannabis, which is also going to change everything. And we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Wish me luck. Pray for me. We're going to give it a shot. And other than all of that, I've also started watching The Squid Game because I decided to. And I apparently really like it, even though it's a crazy, creepy show. I'm like, I'm into this. So we've started watching a new show, which is a new thing for this kind of guy. Is there a difference between them? Rooster and Cass? Yeah. Freeman asks if there's a difference between Rooster and Cass. There is. My usual self. So this is Rooster, right? And if I were to go live without my makeup, I still would be Rooster because this is his live. But Cass, when I'm out and about, out in the world, or if I am with, family, or if I am at work, I would say I'm different. I'm a lot more reserved. I'm a lot shorty. I mean, I don't take up as much space when I'm Cass. And I'm a lot more guarded, I think. Yeah. I don't know. There's definitely a difference though. There's definitely a difference. Cass is a little less loud too, I think. Second Life. Yeah. It's like they're two halves of a whole. Like I'm all one person, of course, but yeah, they're pieces of me. I have a lot of pieces, and we're working on putting them all together. Alrighty. Thanks for asking. Hello, Sandman. May 11th says to speak and embrace. Hi there. I have people here. It's been a good day already. Freeman says, so you're not free? No, I would say that I'm like tied to a cage. I feel like I'm tied to a cage. Like I'm allowed out of the cage, but I'm still tied to it. To speak and embrace. The dream is awakened when thinking, I love you, and life begins when saying, I love you, and joy moves like blood when embracing someone with love. Oh, I-O. The question about being free, what does it mean? It's really, really hard to be free. Like, I'm a slave to my job. I'm a slave to paying for to live, right? I'm a slave to my own anxiety and commitments. I mean, I'm committed to someone, and that does not feel like entrapment. It doesn't feel like a slave. It doesn't feel like I'm trapped. It feels like freedom. It feels like love. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I've committed to somebody, and that's what I want. That feels like freedom. But there's a lot of other things about being a human being on this planet. I don't know if anybody's free. You might be free man, but I don't understand how. It's a state. Yeah, I asked you why you're free. Freeman says, "Do you know why I'm free?" I asked you why you're free, and you said it's because you have no relation to this world. And I was like, well, but everything is a reflection of you. You know, like we are all in this together. And if you're from a different planet, then that's a different story. Anyways, it's a state of mind, right? It's a state of mind. Freedom is a state of mind. And I'm working on it. Okay. Though life sometimes begins in the head, the full body of joy cannot be known there. Mm-mm. Freeman says he has his own truck. That's why he's free. That sounds nice. Honestly, it's a state of mind, and you've accomplished that, and I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. We have all experienced this difference. Simply recall the first time in adolescence that some other stirred you, the first time the presence of another moved you from being the center of the universe. Recall the strange but moving sense swimming in your head, leaving you unable to extinguish his or her face from your mind. Like a flicker given air, recall how the real and troubled life of flame began as soon as a word was spoken. It is the same with how we dream or love ourselves or struggle with our belief in God. Kept swimming in the head, life flickers, never setting us aflame. It has taken a lifetime to learn this, as the fire of music awakens the soul of a composer. Love sounds within us, where no one else can hear. Truth. And just as composers must wrestle out the language by which their songs can be played, we must struggle to pronounce our love. All to have our arms rise like flames off the page. It is a difficult challenge to speak and embrace in a world that so thoroughly trains the mind. Yet trouble intensifies if not given air. As we live out our days, the imperceptible breath between thinking and saying and embracing can often seem like a canyon, impossible to cross. This is why we have invoked the myth of Cupid for centuries, to remind us of that fluttering presence that somehow pierces our confinement of thinking, forcing us to speak and embrace love. We each carry the bow within us, and while the arrow hurts, our casing of thought is broken, forcing us to tremble. Yes, it is true. I confess. I have thought great thoughts and sung great songs, all of it rehearsal for the majesty of being held. Mommy.